Hey, look, there's some feet in here. Look, there's some feet in here. Look at that. What do you think's in there?
Most people do a roof raise. We opted to raise our floor instead. While doing so, we had to account for our plumbing and our water tanks. This may involve crawling into tight spaces, a space in which we built 2 extremely long drawers. Previously on the build series, we installed our Max air fan. We prepped and installed a little over 80 boards to create our ceiling, and added a hatch door on one side of the trailer. In this episode, we install our floor raise. If you've watched any of our previous videos, you may have noticed we purposely custom ordered our trailer with extra height. We plan to raise the floor in the kitchen by 14 inches. We secured our gray tank in to ensure it would align with the shower drain above it. We added 2 8-foot-long drawers, which would give us plenty of storage underneath the floor. This would allow us to get to our stuff without going into a trapdoor or having to dig behind something. This leaves our living, dining, and working area a little bit lower. This will allow us to have headspace when we raise the elevator bed. Since our front door opening now has a large step into the trailer, we plan to address the stairs later.
Using 1/4-inch plywood, we covered any of the walls that would be behind the cabinets.
The sheets needed to be cut to size. I made sure they stayed flat while Jordan cut.
Wood glue, a few screws, and brad nails secured the plywood rather nicely. We were already learning that in the summer heat, this plywood easily warped if it wasn't supported, so we wanted to get it installed as soon as we could.
Jordan drew a pretty serious design for the floor raise. He had to plan a new stairway to enter the trailer, locate the framing to avoid the shower drain, and make sure the section where our chest freezer would reside would be strong enough. The floor had to remain lightweight, yet be strong enough to hold the weight of us and 2 dogs.
We used reclaimed wood from broken down crates. We had to check each piece to make sure it was straight with minimal knots. This was rather challenging as the wood was scrap and was often twisted. It took some time to pick out the good ones. 6 of these pieces were meticulously placed and screwed into the floor of the trailer.
We attached crate wood for our outer supports along the perimeter. We cut about 60 short pieces that would become studs. Each of these had to be pocket holed on both sides, glued and screwed to a long piece to then create 6 center support assemblies.
We switched gears to address our graywater tank. We wanted to install its supports before it got too difficult to work on, since it was located underneath the floor.
After screwing the first 3 center support assemblies into the previously installed floor pieces, we were able to begin adding the joists.
This build has started to take much longer than we anticipated. We love the fact that we have friends who are willing to help. Our friend Noah jumped in and was a big help with the floor raise and drawers. Aiden joined us as well, but we don't have any video of him helping.
He's coming along.
Yeah.
Everybody else does
Roof raises. We're doing a floor raise.
Right?
Nice.
Pretty darn solid. While we still had access, we covered the wheel wells with 1/4-inch plywood.
After we completed the floor raise framing, we decided to tackle the long storage drawers. Each drawer was made from a single sheet of 1/2-inch hardwood plywood. Hey look, there's some feet in here. Look! Look at that! What do you think's in there? We bought sanded hardwood finishing strips to make into rails for the drawers to slide on. Keep pulling! Pull!
Our niece and nephews weren't the only ones that wanted to play in the drawers.
Noah, push him in.
I could probably go out with it myself.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. We hit something, but it's not going in. That's what she said.
Just a very muffled, that's what she said.
Alright, hang on.
Literally builds coffins.
Alright, I think that we're back in the track. Back in the track?
Your face looks so comfortable, Jordan. There. One body. One body.
Oh! Oh, he's escaping.
He can escape. So we know he can hide if he needed to.
I think that's as far as I can go. Nice.
Since it was kind of difficult to open and close the drawers, we added Johnson's paste wax along the bottom of the drawer where it would meet the rails. Seriously guys, this stuff works really well. With the paste wax on, I could close the drawer with Jordan inside using just one finger. Onto the subfloor. We cut 3/4-inch plywood into the shaped pieces we needed with the circular saw. This involves setting up our own fence to keep the cut straight with a piece of metal and clamps. It worked pretty well.
Before we could install the last few pieces of subfloor, we needed to finish up the V-nose portion of the frame. We added support to where the kitchen cabinets will be. You'll notice the blue and red PEX line and water pumps within the floor raise framing. I did a large part of our plumbing simultaneously just before we put in the subfloor.
Stay tuned, our next video will be on that.
Perfect.
When you're working hard on a hot summer day, sometimes you just need an ice cream sandwich break with your husband.
We left the very front of the V-nose open for the time being. Eventually, we plan to place boards that can be removed from under our kitchen cabinets, but we don't need those until the cabinets are built. Who's that? What are you doing in my drawer?
I hope you enjoy it, Kate.
Put your head to one side. Other side. That's how it works.
I'm scared.
There we go. We'll do the two of you.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye, Max. Bye, Max.
Give us a like if you are enjoying what you see and subscribe if you haven't already.
All right, let's go inside.
Okay. That's my sister.
I know it's your sister. It's also your brother.
Come with us on our perpetual adventure as we continue to create our tiny home on wheels.